There's a moment that happens to almost everyone after 40. You're sitting across from someone, maybe on a date, maybe catching up with an old friend, and mid-conversation, you realize I'm performing. Not lying, not pretending to be someone else, but you're managing, curating, editing yourself in real time, and the worst part, you can't remember when you started doing it. Here's the truth no one talks about. Most people don't lose the ability to connect after 40. They lose permission to be messy. Imagine this. You're in your kitchen. It's a Saturday morning. The coffee's brewing, the light's coming in just right, and your phone buzzes. It's a text from someone you've been seeing for a few weeks. Someone good, someone safe. But when you read it, you feel nothing. Not disappointment, not excitement, just flatness. And you think, when did I become so hard to reach? Because here's what happens after 40, after the divorces, the disappointments, the decade of trying to fix what broke. You don't just build walls, you build systems. Systems too. Protect your time, your energy, your heart. You become efficient with intimacy, selective with vulnerability, and slowly, without even realizing it, connection stops being something you feel and becomes something you allow, only in measured doses, only when it's convenient, only when you're sure. But here's the problem. Genuine connection doesn't wait for permission. Let me tell you what psychologists have discovered about emotional availability in midlife. There's a concept called relational fatigue. It's not burnout. It's not depression. It's what happens when you've spent years learning hard lessons and those lessons calcify into rules. Don't text first. Don't seem too eager. Don't give more than you get. All valid, all protective. But here's the thing. Protection and connection can't coexist in the same space. Dr. Sue Johnson, who pioneered emotionally focused therapy, talks about something she calls the dance of distancing. It's when two people who genuinely care about each other start withholding, not out of malice, but out of fear. Fear of being too much. Fear of not being enough. Fear of repeating the same mistake. And after 40, that dance becomes muscle memory. You've been hurt enough times that your nervous system automatically pulls back before things get too real. You ghost before you get ghosted. You end it before it ends you. You stay surface level because depth feels like drowning. But here's what no one tells you. The absence of pain is not the same as the presence of peace. You can protect yourself so well that you forget what it feels like to be found, not chosen, not validated, not even loved, just seen, really seen, with all your mess, your middle-aged exhaustion, your battle scars, and your skepticism, and still be met with curiosity instead of judgment. That's the connection people after 40 are starving for. Not passion, not perfection, just someone who doesn't need you to have it all together. So here's the part that might sting a little. The reason it's so hard to find genuine connection after 40 isn't because people are broken. It's because you're waiting for proof before you participate. You want someone to show up fully, emotionally available, consistent, clear, before you risk showing up yourself. But connection doesn't work like that. It's not transactional. It's not a trade. Connection is co-created risk, two people deciding in the same moment that being known is worth being hurt. And the psychology hack, the thing that changes everything, it's this: stop auditioning for safety. Start practicing honesty, not brutal honesty, not oversharing, but the small, terrifying honesty that says, I'm enjoying this, I'm nervous, I don't know where this is going, but I'm here. Because here's what happens when you stop managing the narrative. You give the other person permission to stop managing theirs, and suddenly, maybe for the first time in years, there's actual oxygen in the room, no scripts, no strategies, just two people fumbling towards something real. It won't always work. Sometimes the risk won't be matched. But here's the truth. The connections that matter most in midlife aren't the ones that feel safe from the start. They're the ones where you both choose to be unsafe together. So if you're over 40 and feeling like connection has become harder, you're not broken. You're just carrying decades of evidence that taught you to protect yourself first. And that makes sense, but protection isn't a life. It's a waiting room. Real connection, the kind that actually fills you up, requires one very inconvenient thing: the willingness to be changed by someone, not fixed, not Saved, not completed, just moved. To let someone's presence shift something in you that's been stuck. To laugh in a way you forgot you could. To admit you're lonely without apologizing for it. To say, I miss you, without checking if it's too soon, because the version of you that plays it safe, that guards every word and measures every gesture, that version is surviving. But the version of you that risks being awkward, too much, too soft, too honest, that version gets to live. There's a line I love from the poet Nayira Wahid. You are not a story. Stop treating yourself like one. Maybe the person you're waiting for, the one who'll see you, really see you, isn't out there searching. Maybe they're sitting in their own kitchen, their own Saturday morning, wondering the same thing you are. And maybe the connection you're craving starts the moment you stop performing and start showing up as the person you've been too tired to pretend you're not. Maybe that's the real hack. Not learning how to connect, but remembering why you wanted to in the first place. What's one thing you stopped letting yourself say out loud? Drop it in the comments. Let's stop editing. Thanks for watching.